So let's have this problem. So to evaluate this angle using the sum and difference identities and the special triangles. So first, for the sine 15 degrees, we need to rewrite this 15 degrees in terms of 30 degrees, 45 degrees, and 60 degrees. Since 15 degrees is equal to 45 degrees minus 30 degrees, so this becomes sine 45 degrees minus 30 degrees, because 45 minus 30, that's equal to 15 degrees, or you can use 60 degrees minus 45 degrees. So for the sine 45 degrees minus 30 degrees, this is A and this is B. So we have now sine A minus B. So using this identity, sine A minus B, so this becomes sine A, and A is 45. So this becomes sine 45 degrees, then times cosine B, and B is 30 degrees. So cosine 30 degrees, then minus cosine A, and A is 45 degrees. So cosine 45 degrees times sine B, and B is 30 degrees. So sine 30 degrees. Then using this special triangle to find the values for sine 45 degrees and cosine 30 degrees. So since sine 45 is square root of 2 over 2, then times cosine 30, so cosine 30, that's square root of 3 over 2, then minus cosine 45, so cosine 45, that's square root of 2 over 2, then times sine 30, so we have sine 30, that's 1 over 2. Then to simplify, so multiply this square root of 2 times square root of 3. This is square root of 6, then over 2 times 2, that's 4, then minus square root of 2 times 1. So this is square root of 2, then over 2 times 2, that's 4. So since we have the same denominator, so just copy, then add and subtract these numerators. So this becomes square root of 6 minus square root of 2. So this is now the value for sine 15 degrees. Then for this given, to evaluate this cosine 105 degrees, so first we need to rewrite this 105 in terms of 30, 45, and 60 degrees. So since 105 is equal to 45 plus 60 degrees, so this becomes cosine 45 degrees plus 60 degrees. So this is now A and B. So we have cosine A plus B. So using this identity, cosine A plus B, and this is equal to cosine A. So since A is 45 degrees, so we have cosine 45 degrees, then times cosine B, and B is 60 degrees. So cosine 60 degrees, then minus sine A, and A is 45 degrees, so sine 45 degrees, then times sine B, and B is 60 degrees, so sine 60 degrees. Then to find out the values for cosine 45 and cosine 60 using the special triangle, so we have cosine 45 degrees, so this is square root of 2 over 2, then times cosine 60, and cosine 60 is 1 over 2, then minus sine 45, so sine 45 degrees, that's square root of 2 over 2, then times sine 60, so this is square root of 3 over 2. Then to simplify, so multiply this square root of 2 times 1. This is square root of 2, then over 2 times 2, this is 4. Then minus square root of 2 times square root of 3, this is square root of 6. Then over 2 times 2, that's 4. So since we have the same denominator, so just copy. So we have 4. Then add or subtract these numerators. So just copy the square root of 2 minus square root of 6. So this is now the value for cosine 105 degrees. Then for tangent 75 degrees, so since tangent 75 is equal to 30 plus 45, so this becomes tangent 30 degrees plus 45 degrees. So this is A and B. So we have tangent A plus B. So using this identity, then we have now tangent A, and A is 30. So we have tangent 30 degrees, then plus tangent B, and B is 45. So tangent 45 degrees, then all over 1, then minus tangent A. So A is 30 degrees, then times tangent B, and B is 45 degrees. Then substitute now the values for tangent 30 degrees and tangent 45 degrees from these special triangles. So tangent 30 degrees, so this is square root of 3 over 3, then plus tangent 45 degrees, this is 1, then over, so bring down 1, then minus tangent 30 degrees, this is square root of 3 over 3 times tangent 45 degrees, so this is 1. Then to simplify, so we can use the butterfly method. So this is over 1, then multiply. So we have square root of 3, then plus multiply. This is 3, then over multiply. That's 3. Then over, so we have 1, then minus. So this square root of 3 over 3 times 1. So that's also square root of 3 over 3. Then apply now the butterfly method for this denominator. So copy the numerator. So square root of 3 plus 3, then over 3, then all over. So apply butterfly method. Multiply. This is 3, then minus square root of 3, then over 3. Then take the reciprocal of this denominator. So this becomes square root of 3 plus 3, then over 3, then times the reciprocal of this denominator. So this 3 minus square root of 3 over 3 becomes 3 over then 3 minus square root of 3. Then to simplify, so we can cancel now this 3. So we have now square root of 3 plus 3 then over 3 then minus square root of 3. Then to rationalize, to omit this radical in the denominator, so multiply this both sides by the conjugate of this denominator, and the conjugate, since this one is minus, so the conjugate is plus. So we have 3 plus square root of 3, and also the numerator, so 3 plus square root of 3. Then to simplify, so multiply, so this is 3 square root of 3 plus square root of 3 times square root of 3. This is square root of 9, then plus 3 times 3, that's 9, then 3 times square root of 3. So this is 3 times square root of 3, then over. Since this one is a conjugate, so just take the square of the first term. So the square of 3 is 9, then minus the square of the second term, the square of square root of 3, so just cancel the square root. So this becomes 3. Then combine like terms, so this 3 square root of 3 plus 3 square root of 3, so just add these numbers outside. So this is 6, then square root of 3, then plus square root of 9, that's 3 plus 9, then over 9 minus 3, that's 6. Then to simplify, so this becomes 6 square root of 3 plus 3 plus 3, this is 12, then over 6. Then take note that we can reduce this equation because all numbers divisible by 6. So this 6 divided by 6, so cancel. So this becomes square root of 3 plus 12 divided by 6, this is 2, then over 6 divided by 6 cancel, so this is 1. So the final answer is square root of 3 plus 2. So this is now the value for tangent 75 degrees.